Britney Spears and top NBA draft pick Victor Wembanyama, the pop superstar, says that she was slapped by someone on his security team while trying to get his attention at a restaurant in Las Vegas. Eva Pilgrim is here with what both sides are now saying. Eva, good morning.
Hey everyone, it's your favorite gossip girl back with some juicy news. Britney Spears has been making headlines yet again, but this time for all the wrong reasons. Reports recently emerged that Britney was slapped right in the face in her hotel lobby when she wanted to get close to an NBA player. Since then, people have been making all sorts of speculations and saying some pretty problematic things about Britney. As soon as this news came out, it literally blew up on the internet, and now everyone wants to hear Britney's side of the story. She didn't immediately respond to all the rumors, but now she has finally broken her silence and has said some pretty shocking things. So stay with us while we find out all about it. So, the story starts with Britney Spears recognizing an NBA player in her lobby and then later approaching him at the hotel. NBA players are a massive deal, so their security has to be extra careful, and when Britney tried to get closer to the NBA star, she got smacked right in the face. The NBA player, Wembanyama, revealed that he didn't know who was approaching him. All he felt was a hand grabbing him from behind. He also particularly said that the person wasn't grabbing his shoulder, but his behind. This is as creepy as it gets, and that's probably why people are now saying all sorts of things about Britney. They think that Britney needs to get help from a mental health professional because her videos on Instagram are alarming and at times really creepy. People are constantly saying that she's just expressing herself, but in reality, she's expressing a very depressed side of her. Netizens are also pointing out that she's mentally unstable and needs immediate medical attention, or else she would continue to harm her hard-earned reputation. So, back to the main story. The NBA player said that he didn't know it was Britney grabbing him, and he didn't even look back. He also revealed that the security just pushed the person away, so he never got a chance to get a peek that it was the pop star. According to the player, he didn't even know that the security slapped her and pushed her with a lot of force. The player also confessed that even after hours of this incident, they didn't know that it was Spears, and that's why no one took it seriously. But do you hear any apology in this whole statement? Well, neither Wembanyama nor his security apologized to Britney for smacking her on the face and making her a joke in front of the whole world.
Wemby was walking into the area heading to catch when there was a fan who afterwards we found out was Britney Spears, was approaching him with a British accent, saying, excuse me, sir, and just kept trying to go towards him. That's when Britney sort of infiltrated her way into this circle.
This actually made Britney very furious, so she finally decided to talk about the matter. Initially, she thought that talking about it would make things worse, but there was no other way to put this incident behind her but to tell her side of the story to the world. She started off by revealing that she has recently gone through a very traumatic incident that embarrassed her and made her a laughingstock in front of the world. She also revealed that it's really hard for her to talk about it, but now that everyone is making assumptions from their side, she needs to say something. The pop star revealed that when she was crossing her hotel lobby on Wednesday, she spotted a familiar face. And when she looked at him carefully, she immediately knew that it's the new San Antonio rookie that's been picked in the draft. She was really excited to see him, but had to rush somewhere so she couldn't say hi. Then later that night, she again spotted him at the restaurant, and this time she decided to congratulate him. Britney said that she thought the player would be happy to see her, and she actually wanted to appreciate his hard work and the success he has gotten at such a young age. She confessed that she did approach Wembanyama, but all she did was tap him on the shoulder, and she didn't grab him at all. But before she could understand anything, the hands of security were all over her, trying to push her away from the player. And in the process, a guard ended up smacking her in the face. The slap was so bad that Britney's glasses fell off. And now, people are pointing out that if only the glasses would have broken with the slap, shards of glass could have blinded Britney. So it's not just a matter of guards not recognizing Britney, but also how badly and inconsiderately they treated her. Britney Spears was immediately escorted out of the hotel from her team because people were already gathering around to see what had happened, and it was a very embarrassing thing for Britney. People are also criticizing the security, who didn't recognize Britney, who's been an absolute icon for decades on end. But they were probably doing their job, and it was the NBA player's job to take some responsibility and at least apologize to Britney about what went down at the restaurant. But instead, all Wembanyama did was defend himself and put the whole responsibility on his security. He just pushed the matter under the rug by saying he didn't know it was Britney and he didn't see what happened.
And that person grabbed me from behind, so I didn't see what happened because I was walking straight and we told don't stop, but that person grabbed me from behind not on my shoulder. She grabbed me from behind, and so I just know that the security pushed her away.
This was the last thing Britney would have wanted to hear, and it actually sounds very insensitive considering how much trauma Britney has already endured and will now be enduring because of this incident. Besides, Britney couldn't stay quiet after Wembanyama's excuses about what happened, so she decided to reply to him. She said that it's such a painful incident for her, and she doesn't appreciate the way Wembanyama talked about it. He was literally laughing and smiling the whole time he talked about it, so it's really cruel and just shows how he isn't feeling even an ounce of guilt for what went down on Wednesday.
But it was no big deal, and the security of this person told me it was Britney Spears. So I was like, no, you're joking, but yeah, it turns out it was Britney Spears. I know, but I didn't know because I didn't see her. I never saw her face. I just kept walking straight.
Britney was shaken from the core, and she immediately filed a police report demanding further investigation so the person who did it could be behind bars. Britney thinks that if a pop star like herself is treated so badly, what these security people would be doing to regular fans. The fans who think getting smacked in the face is okay because they got to see their favorite NBA star, but violence is never okay. Britney actually managed to convince the police, and they immediately started a battery investigation where they'll figure out what actually happened that night. Although there haven't been any arrests so far, it's most likely that the security guard who slapped Britney will be fined and put in jail. The security guard who slapped Britney has also apologized since, and he says that he didn't know it was Britney when he was pushing her away, and it was only after the slap that he realized what he did. He says that at that time, all he saw was a woman approaching the star, and he had to keep him safe. Britney also talked about how it's important to be kind to your fans. She revealed that she's always surrounded by her fans, and even during that night at the restaurant, at least 20 fans were swarming around her. She then pointed out that not even one fan was hurt by her security because that's not how stars are supposed to treat their fans. People agree with Britney and think that the NBA player should apologize, while some people still think that Britney didn't really have to grab him from behind to get a photo. They think it was problematic, like the behavior of the pop star lately. Some people are also speculating that Britney was probably really wasted that day, and that's why the security didn't let her get close to the star. Earlier this year, reports emerged of Britney falling off the wagon and being involved in substance abuse again. People are even going as far as saying that the 41-year-old is having a mental breakdown these days, and that could clearly be seen from the videos she's been posting on Instagram recently. Some people went even as far as suggesting that she should consider going back to conservatorship because that would probably put her life back on track. But the Britney stans are pointing out that the star is happily married and is living her best life with her husband. And after what happened on Wednesday wasn't her mistake. All she wanted was a selfie as a genuine sports fan, and instead, she got embarrassment and humiliation. It's actually true that Britney has played all sorts of sports in high school, and she even took part in a celebrity tournament back in the day with Justin Timberlake. So it seemed like an innocent mistake, which the NBA players team is trying to give a problematic angle. So, what are your thoughts about this issue? Do you think the security guard will face consequences for what he did? Tell us in the comments. Also, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to stay on top of all the celebrity gossip. We'll see you in the next video. Till then, adios from our side.